Hey guys, 2803 McNeil Street in Dupont. Beautiful home here today, located in Dupont. Overall, driving down this street, looked like a pretty good neighborhood. I did see quite a bit of cars passing here, back and forth, but I wouldn't say it's anything crazy. A couple of cars here and there. So this house that arrived today was built in 2002. It has 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, and 2,120 square feet. Prior to starting this video, I did walk around the house to check on the condition. And overall, the house looks to be pretty decent shape. I did see a couple of things here and there, but overall, it actually looks pretty good. So we'll start from the front. You do have quite a bit of area right here in the front. Not too much, but you do have some space. And then here's the front of the house, right here. That's what you see. As we approach the house, first thing I noticed is that it does have this pretty big tree, which is very close to the house, and that's not good. So this tree is definitely gonna have to be trimmed up in the near future, just to make sure the house doesn't get anything on it, so it's clean, so you can prevent anything from starting. Maybe if something's falling in the gutter, because it's kind of on top of it too, you know, on the roof. It's always good to have some space around the house so that nothing touches it. The exterior of the house in the front looks in pretty decent shape. Siding looks pretty good. Some very minor things on the siding here and there. Some holes right here from the old doorbell. I did notice one of those siding pieces right there on top does have a little chip. It's very minor though. Windows for the most part look good. Trim looks good. Did walk around these posts. For the most part, they do look good. Does look like it's beginning to get some rot. It's still pretty solid, but you're probably gonna wanna sand it and paint it so you can prevent it. Right here, you can kind of see there's a little bit of rot starting. But other than that, it looks pretty good in the front. This needs to be painted as well. All right, so we're gonna go ahead inside and check out the rest of the house, and then we'll go in the backyard as well. So as soon as we get in, this is what we see. We'll have the restroom on the right side. Pretty standard sink, toilet. That's pretty much it. The house does have this flooring throughout. The flooring is in pretty good shape. One thing I did notice is the paint. Looks like they painted this house not too long ago, but the paint job wasn't the best. You can just see like the lines around the corners and on top. They're just not the best. They didn't do a very good job taping it around. Also right over here above the, right around the light fixture, you can see that they painted, but they didn't paint perfectly. So you can see kind of that little square there, which doesn't look too good. It's nothing major, but a new paint job would probably make it look even better. Also on the stairs, looks like they replaced them, because you can kind of see the old paint over here from the previous design of the stair. It's all throughout like that, so might want to paint it. Other than that though, house looks pretty good on the interior. They do have a nice open layout. They do have a gas fireplace over here with tile around it. Then over here, we're walking into the kitchen area. This is probably where your dining table would go, over here somewhere. And then over here, we're walking into the kitchen. The kitchen looks pretty good. Pretty good shape. As you can see, they had a good amount of agents stop by while he was on the market. It does have a double sink, which faces the side of the house. You have a dishwasher, which kind of looks a bit dirty. Kind of see some marks in it. Oh, that's strange. Is it on? Why is it on? So somebody left it on. Over here you have the stove. microwave, and refrigerator right next to it. The appliances look pretty good condition. This looks pretty good. Pretty clean overall. Microwave's pretty clean too. And refrigerator looks pretty clean as well. Just some kind of marks over here. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe something leaked. I think that's what it is. They just couldn't wash it properly. Looks like it's right underneath the glass right here. And then right here at the end, in the corner, you do have a pantry as well. Pretty decently sized. As you can see, the paint job here isn't very good as well. So I would say a new paint job would definitely make the house look better. And here too, as you can see, like marks on the trim of the paint. Old paint underneath. You can just see all around the paint just isn't the best. Let's just say that. Cabinets on the other hand look pretty good. Pretty clean for the most part. Looks like they're beginning to have some wear right here at the bottom. Other than that, it looks pretty good. So here's another look for the kitchen. Living room area. Also over here, we do have this door, which is pretty much like a closet, extra storage space underneath the stairs to the second floor. That over there is the access into the crawl space. There's no light in here, but as you can see, all these things were painted over, so whoever was painting just didn't do a very good job of masking things. Looks like they're in a hurry or something. See by this door too, kind of like very little paint. They should have put another layer. Here's the garage. Garage looks pretty average. Nothing too crazy. You have a water heater right here. Water heater looks pretty old. I think it's from 2000. It's the only year I see over here. So I'd say you're probably gonna need to replace it in the near future. Here's your HVAC system. Looks pretty good. And that's pretty much the garage. Does look like they cut some drywall here for whatever reason. Maybe their water shut-off valve was leaking or something. I'm not sure what was going on here, but you can definitely see that they cut some of this off. The stairs do have carpet, and the carpet looks pretty worn, nasty, pretty dirty. Probably gonna want to either clean it or change it. Alright, so now we're pretty much done with the first floor. We're gonna just head outside and check out the yard in the back of the house. Here's the side of the house. Overall, it looks pretty good. A couple things I noticed is that the siding is bulking up in a couple of places. Kind of tell right here, it's nothing too crazy, but you can just kind of see it's sticking out a little bit for whatever reason. Maybe it happens with age. You kind of see the gaps over there. So maybe they had something here in the past. This kind of looks like it's out of place right there. Siding's kind of dirty over here on the side as well. Some more bumpy places like this kind of sticking out. Other than that, siding looks good. Foundation looks good. Air vents look pretty good. Could just use some cleaning. That one has a little piece missing right here, but that's nothing major. It doesn't affect anything at all because the mat back there is still there, so it's doing its job. This have a pretty good sized yard here. You also do have a gate here, which you can't really access because of this tree. So if you remove this tree, you're going to be able to use it, but right now it's pretty much the whole tree is in the way. Fencing also looks pretty old. Couple of places there's some rot. Like over here above the gate. You can see it's beginning to rot a little. Other than that, most of the fence isn't too bad. Still holds on pretty decently. A couple of loose boards here and there, like this. Here's another view of the yard from a different angle. Over here you have another gate, which leads to the back of the house. Also, while we're here, another thing I noticed is the gutters in a few places are loose, as you can see. Let me see if I can find that. It's right there, I believe. Right there. One of the nails is sticking out. Not a big thing. They're going to be changing the roof here anyway, so they'll probably take care of it. If not, it's a pretty easy fix to just get a nail back in to make sure it's holding on properly. So this is in the back of the house. This is where your garage door is. And this is your driveway. I'd say it's a pretty decently sized driveway. You might be able to fit 2 cars on each side depending on the length. And then you have a back street back here, which is very quiet here. Almost no cars here at all. So you can tell it's very rarely used. Mostly that street in the front is used. This is probably only used for the residents that just park their cars here. Then you kind of have like a foresty area over there. So over here we do have the back of the house. That top window does look like it's beginning to have some fading. Nothing too crazy. Looks like it's just starting, or it's just dirty. It's probably just fading though. With time, those seals begin to give out, and then it begins to form a haze on the window. Here's the other side of the house. You also have a pretty good amount of space here as well. If you get a gate or another fence, you're gonna have quite a bit of room here as well. That's pretty much private and not accessible to anybody else. This side of the house looks pretty good as well. Same thing as on the other side. A couple of siding pieces here and there that are bulging out. Where did I see it? Yeah, it's right here. You can kind of see it's nothing crazy, but you can kind of see it from the side where it's bulging out for whatever reason. Not sure what else is back here, but definitely some bulging out right here. Window trim looks pretty fine. Another piece of siding kind of sticking out right there. Needs to be readjusted. And then this gutter over here is sticking out as well. It's not properly attached to the side of the house. Other than that, it looks pretty good back here. Vents are pretty good. All the nuts are in place at the bottom. There is no gate on this side, only on the other side of the house. And siding could use a nice cleaning. Alright, let me give you a side view from here, from the corner. So that's the other side of the house. It's the right side of the house if you're facing it in the front. Does seem to have a heat pump here. So in the summertime, you should have some AC if everything works properly. Notice they didn't really mention it in the listing, but it is here. There is a heat pump. Alright, so now we're pretty much done with the exterior of the house and the yard. This gate could be adjusted better too. You can kind of see it's leaning on the ground. It's beginning kind of to like tilt on the side, so this thing isn't really working. Just minor things here and there. Just house definitely needs some love, you know, to bring it back to its glory days. You can kind of see it a little better here. The siding kind of melted for whatever reason. Maybe they had the barbecue here really close by. Yeah. So that's pretty much the exterior. All right. All right. So we're done with the first floor. We're gonna go ahead and go upstairs. You have the stairs here. Similar, pretty much the same actually, the same floor all throughout. Stairs are pretty nice. They don't make any squeaks, which is great. You can see they kind of painted here and there around the stairs. Not the best job. So as soon as we get up, this is what we see. So we're gonna start with the room on the right, and then we'll just keep going to the left. So this is the first room. Pretty good sized. Overall, it doesn't look too bad. Actually, it's one of the cleaner rooms, I feel like. Paint is in pretty good shape here. I don't see too many crazy things at the bottom. The top, they didn't do a good job on the lines. That's pretty much everywhere else. And then it does have some dirty spots over here on top, whatever that's from. Then it is missing a smoke detector over here. Then you also have a pretty good sized closet. It's pretty wide. Alright, so that's the first room. Straight up ahead right here is where your laundry would go. As you can see, there are no doors, but standard typical closet doors. They might have them. I haven't seen them around anywhere though. But that's where you'd put your washer and dryer. Over here, directly to your right, you do have a restroom. You have a standard sink, cabinets, toilet, and a bathtub. I think this is the toilet where they mentioned there might be some moisture, just because I noticed this thing is off, and it looks like it's supposed to go right here, and the shower head is missing as well. Shower head is actually right here, so I think there might be some moisture happening somewhere behind this. It might be going down there. I'm not 100% sure though, but that's what it looks like. As you can see, the paint here is not the best either. You can just tell the old paint all over there. All right. Doors do have some little marks in them as well. Laundry. Right here you do have like an opening area. You can use it as a theater room, movie room, playroom, whatever you want to use it for, but it's a good amount of space right here. Gonna keep going forward. And over here we do have the master bedroom. It's a pretty good sized room, a lot of space in here. Paint is like everywhere else. Not too good, not too bad. Looks like they missed a spot over there. Looks like they patched a few places here. Right there as well. You can kind of tell from the lighting. Flooring is good though. Flooring throughout the house is very clean. Good shape. Couple more spots. Looks like they just patched up. And then this is the spot. It looks like they recently just patched it up with some paint. And right here as well. Some more trim that looks like they painted it over accidentally. Yeah, whoever was masking here did a pretty bad job. Looks like there was a crack here in the past. They tried to patch it up. Probably from settling, that's my guess. And then this over here, we do have the master bedroom, bathroom. You have two sinks, good amount of cabinets. Overall, pretty clean. Then straight ahead you do have a bathtub, a shower, pretty good sized walk-in closet. Look at that. Some shelves, pretty good sized. And then all the way in the corner right here, you have your toilet. You can just tell, look at this paint job. They definitely did not know how to mask. Alright, so that was the master bedroom. The master bedroom does face the back side of the house. It's pretty much right above the garage. Just to give you an idea where it's at. And then last but not least, this is the last bedroom right here. Good sized room, good amount of space. Pretty much similar condition as all the other rooms. Some patch ups here and there. They painted right over this cable connection. Some more patch ups here. They probably had some stuff on the wall, some nail holes, so they patched it all throughout. And then over here, this is the room that faces the front of the house. Right there. And then you also do have a closet here. This room is also missing the smoke detector. All right, so that was pretty much it. My thoughts on this house is it doesn't look too bad. One thing I'd probably want to do is probably get it repainted in the near future, just to make sure it's gonna look way better, because there's a bunch of these spots that are like oversprayed, just not clean lines. You can just tell it's not a good paint job. That'd probably be one of the first things, cosmetic wise. Structural wise, the roof would probably be the first thing, and they're gonna take care of that prior to closing. So that'll be good to go. Another thing is just to keep in mind is some siding look kind of weird. It's kind of bulging out. Could be from a handful of reasons. Moisture maybe got back there, maybe something else, or maybe with time it just started bulging out from the heat. Who knows? But other than that, house looks to be in good shape. Roof just needs to be taken care of. Some new paint job. But other than that, it's looking good. So that's pretty much it for this house. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know. Other than that, have a good day. Bye-bye.